The 2020 championship race at Sonoma Raceway saw a near-perfect weather weekend as Visceral Racing Group started from pole. On Saturday, the race began with Tuttle Motorsports, Winkler Motorsports in their black Miata, and Visceral Racing Group each trading for the lead.
Pass on the inside. That Miata is flying.
The Pontiac Trans Am of Bandits blew an engine shortly after the start. They would replace that engine and return to the race that same day. The Uncommon Friends Z-Car moved to third after electrical issues began to plague the Winkler Miata. The field was red flagged for 15 minutes when the transmission of the RVA Graphics and Wraps EC Class M3 let go, starting a fire. Tuttle Motorsports took the lead at 8:30 and held the lead past the quiet hour when they retired their number 107 Mitsubishi with transmission
As the
failure.
Tuttles come in to take fuel, and this one's going behind the wall.
While their leading car lost a cylinder, causing them to fall behind. Visceral Racing Group took over the lead and drove all the way to the end to win the race on Saturday, furthering their points advantage over the rest of the field. Uncommon Friends finished second, and 9-4 Motorsports captured third.
With Visceral Racing. Ron, you guys win today's race. You maintain the lead of the national championship. So these used tires, these used Hancooks did you very well.
Hancooks are fantastic. We cannot wear them out. They actually heat cycle out before we actually wear them out usually. Tires had over 20 hours when we started the race, and we're going to leave them on there for tomorrow, see what happens.
So any issues today while you were racing out there?
No, actually everything went really, really well. We got a little bit concerned in the morning because the Tuttle cars were much faster than we expected them to be, but we knew we were playing the long game with our pit strategy and all that, and we just kind of hung in there, and everything turned out good at the end. So we weren't even, I think we were a half a lap up, so maybe a minute and 10 seconds over second place. So it was still that close after 7 hours, so that was fantastic.
So this is pretty good after basically a two-month layoff. You guys came back, and it looked like there was no rustiness to your driving.
No, there definitely wasn't, but it is weird because we race a lot, and so for this 2-month break, we were all getting the jitters. It's just like, okay, it just feels like it's been forever since we've been on the track again. So it was nice with the beautiful weather we had here too. It was just fantastic to come out. We were so happy we came out here and not Atlanta, snow Atlanta.
Uncommon Friends, second place overall. Jamie, you were kicking some butt there towards the end.
It was awesome. Yeah, I just got in the groove. The car was amazing. It was awesome.
Yeah, is that first time driving this car?
No, we won at Willow Springs.
So
it's the second time in the car. I did practice yesterday. It's an awesome car. Bruce just built a great car.
So did you know you were like on fumes?
I had no idea. I had no idea. I was just exhausted after the finish, so I was cooling down, and it was like pop, 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 pop. Cut through the dragway, try to like coast in, and I couldn't make it.
Yeah.
They had to tow me in.
So Bruce, come on over. Let's get Bruce over here. Actually, we'll go to Bruce since.
Mike and JRA. I don't care who somebody answer. Let me see your radio.
Hey, good afternoon, Mr. Strong. How are you, sir?
I'm all right. So that was a pretty tough fight. You guys mid-pack most of the day, and then all of a sudden, boom, you're at the top.
Well, I mean, some guys did some of the other teams had an amazing pit strategy, and they got out ahead of us, and you know, just the way things cycled through at the lunch break, we had a little work left to do, and Mr. Nichols drove after lunch, and then Jamie got in the car, and he was about 4 seconds a lot quicker than a lot of the other competitors, and
so that helped.
It was exciting to watch.
Yes. Yeah, Paulie, you know, big Datsun guy, so he's all rooting for you guys, and you know, quietly, of course. But the car performed pretty flawlessly today.
Yeah, you know, we have a little bit of a history of snatching defeat from the jaws of victory, so it's good to be able to bring it home, and the crew did a great job this week prepping the car, and drivers did a good job of staying off the curbs and trying to stay off other people, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun when it ends like this.
You gonna do anything different for tomorrow?
The car seems to roll a lot. We had set it up soft because it usually rains in Sonoma. So we may just go a little stiffer on some of the bars to try and get rid of some of the roll and
Cool.
and prep it, change some fluids. We're
All right.
ready to go tomorrow.
All right, congratulations, second place overall.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Tuttle Motorsports, a 108 car, leaking a little bit of fluid. Man, you guys dominated today, except towards the end it kind of hurt.
I hate two things right now: fishing and racing.
Yes.
Right there, see the finish line, taste the finish, don't get the finish.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, that was rough. You still finished, what, fourth? I think fourth or fifth. So you're still in it.
Yeah, but we have all night working on the cars, and we'll see what tomorrow brings.
So you were in the car last?
Yes.
So what was that like with the car just slowly disintegrating around you?
Frustrating.
Yeah.
It's frustrating. Everything around us, sometimes it give us hope like it's fine, and other times it say, no, I'm dead.
Yeah.
So.
That's tough. All right, guys, what are you gonna do? Put a new transmission in it or engine?
Yes, we're gonna
Put all of it.
simulate. We're gonna do all the above.
All right, man. Congratulations. Good race today. All right, down here with RVA Graphics and Wraps, we'll see who scatters and whoever stays gets to talk.
I didn't drive this one. I'll tell him.
All right, man. So, what happened out there?
I guess we finished fourth.
Yeah?
It was pretty solid.
You didn't win, though.
I know, we just didn't have the speed.
So you didn't have Justin in the car.
If we'd have had him, the secret weapon, and maybe a heavy rain, then Justin would have been the guy. But no, we just didn't have the speed. We were competitive. I mean, we started, I think, second, hung around the top 10 all day. And really the biggest curveball of the day was the fact that Visceral didn't realize they could get that kind of fuel mileage. They did one less stop. I think they did 3 hours and 15 minutes on a tank of fuel and was able to do one less stop. So that really kind of snookered the whole field. I don't think anybody saw that coming. But no, we made a couple changes to the car to come out here. And maybe this place doesn't really suit this car. It seems to be more of a momentum track. I think the smaller Miatas, I mean, this Datsun here was super fast. So maybe a little bit out of our element with this thing, but we'll make a few tweaks and try again tomorrow and see what we got.
All right, you gonna put Justin in it?
I don't know. No, probably not. But we'll see. Because the M3 broke transmission earlier, and I don't know how much plan they want to do with that Boss Mustang. So I don't know. Maybe we'll shuffle some people in and out of here tomorrow.
I heard Justin's a pretty spry guy for being a big guy. He got out of that car like within milliseconds.
Yeah, he keyed the mic and said, hey, something broke going into turn one, and then the radio went silent, so we were concerned. And somebody said there was a car on fire. And yeah, he pulled over, and he was just, oh yeah, I'll just wait on the tow truck. And the guy comes up to him and goes, hey man, your car's on fire. So he hurried up and then scurried out. But,
They said he got out without even taking the wheel off.
Yeah, I don't know how that's possible.
Yeah, I know.
He did. Belt off. He somehow slid out of that thing. Got his own window net down and got out. So that's great. But yeah, luckily it's just small little fires put up real quick, so no harm.
All right, congrats, guys.
Thanks, Bill. Appreciate it.
First place D-Class.
D-Class winner. You guys dominated D-Class this weekend.
We did. Technically, we're the national championships in the D-Class, so we're pretty proud of ourselves this weekend.
Yeah.
It was a good day. It was a good day. We went out first thing this morning and blew an engine about half an hour into the race. So we swapped out our spare engine. Doesn't make as much horsepower, but let us get back out on the track. It took us about 2 hours to do the motor swap, then about a half hour to get it fine-tuned to get back out on the track. Went out for a little bit before lunch, made a few laps, did some adjustments, and then went out after lunch and put it in a tire wall on the front bumper. So got that straightened out and got back out and finished the afternoon strong. So.
Well, the Volkswagen guys want to know how come it took you so long to do that engine swap?
Well, we were harassing each other most of the time. So too many hands trying to do it. We did our best. So.
Yeah, you just like get in the wheel wells there and just.
There's only 3 or 4 bolts you have to take out and 2 wires. So just pull it out and put it back in.
Yeah. Well, that was good. Well, congratulations. You guys looked really good out there, especially bouncing off the walls.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
So keep it off the walls. You might do better tomorrow.
That's our game.
That was a question mark behind that.
Oh yeah, of course do better tomorrow. Yep. We just finished today, just making laps, practicing, had our old tires on. So tomorrow we'll give it an honest shot.
Cool. All right. Congrats, guys.
Thank you. Thank you, Bill.
On day 2, Visceral was poised to win the championship title from pole. Tuttle Motorsports worked through the night and into the morning repairing their cars for the race.
If both of those cars started this morning?
Yeah, they were up till like 2:30 in the morning putting a new engine in and putting a transmission in the other car. So they lost, I think it was 5th gear on one car. It's a 6-speed gearbox. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, they think something got ingested into the engine and took out part of the valve train.
Once again, after the drop of the green flag, it was Visceral Racing Group in a battle with Winkler Motorsports and 9-4 Motorsports from the beginning. And once again, Winkler Motorsports suffered ignition trouble and fell behind as Tuttle Motorsports took the lead at 10 o'clock. At 3:15, Visceral Racing Group could almost taste the championship, waiting for the clock to run down, when suddenly the unthinkable happened. The engine quit running, and their title hopes for the 2020 championship were dashed. That meant the race for the championship was back on, and the 2018 series champion RVA Graphics and Wraps was next in line for the spoils, with 9-4 Motorsports right there, as it was just 2 years prior. But the number 111 held on to take the 2020 season championship win, with Tuttle Motorsports winning the race and 9-4 Motorsports finishing third.
There he is, crossing the start-finish line. And that'll do it for the 2020 season championship race.
And my son-in-law, they did a good job. They raced the car well. They did good. They kept it on track. Everything was good. We lost at 11:55. We lost 4th gear, so we had to do the final 3 hours, 3rd and 5th only. But you know, my heart goes out to Visceral. My heart goes out to Visceral. They went from winning 2 first places and a championship to first place. It doesn't go out that much, but
yeah, that's tough.
That's a tough one.
So you took everything. I mean, you brought everything out here, and you tried to win this guy the national championship. But who are your crew this weekend?
Let me introduce them. We got my son-in-law over there is Chris. We got Barry. We got Steve Lewis. We got Shane.
Is there anything we can do with his volume? I'm gonna wait till he gets done.
Shane. We got the tuner, Justin, David Calderon, and my son Mike. So just so you know, this is the car that they sat up, changed the motor, and didn't get the motor swapped till after 3 a.m. And then at 7 a.m. we had to push it out the gate and drive it up and down the road to get a tune on it so we could race. And that's because Velvet and the crew stayed till 3 a.m. and get it done.
Yeah. Awesome, guys. All right, congratulations, Brian.
Thank you.
Robin Bank, I want to say the brains behind this operation.
No, just special advisor, These guys have been winning races on their own, so, Brian was doing what he thought he needed to do to win the national championship. We came up short there, and congrats to RVA and hearts out to Visceral. But we did what we could to win today, and like I said, special advisor, so it feels good to win, obviously. And but Brian and his crew, man, the job they did, they're the ones that earned it. I just advised.
Cool. All right, guys, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, we're down here with RVA Graphics national champions. Jack.
Well, I'd like to thank TireRack.com for sponsoring the whole series. I'd like to thank the entire crew. Austin, great drive. Farron, great drive. Really appreciate Tyler running RVA Graphics and Wraps, doing a great job. H.O., Travis, really appreciate all their work. Entire weekend was awesome. A lot of fun.
So you guys do really, really well when Justin doesn't show up to a racetrack.
I'm not going to comment about that, Bill.
No.
We like Justin.
Yeah, we like Justin too. So how hard was that out there today? You had Visceral that was pulling away, and then you had a bunch of other teams there, and then boom, you guys are there.
Well, just very fortunate today. Feel bad for the Visceral guys. They were running hard. I think between them and Tuttle, they had us covered fairly well, but good fortune smiled upon us. So really, really appreciate that. And thanks for my wife coming out today, and thanks for our entire family for their support. So thank you.
So when they let you know that you guys were who was in the car?
Austin was driving.
So Austin, when you were in the car, were they letting you know where the other people were?
Actually, I let them know. Tuttle, I guess Tuttle and Visceral were racing for the lead 45 minutes ago or so, and they were lapping me again, unfortunately. And so I pointed them by to the carousel, and right at the turn 7, the hairpin at the far end is when his coil let go and it broke. So he pulled off. I said, hey, I think Visceral may have just broke. That may put us in position. And then, the next time by, I was still sitting there. So they had everybody covered. I mean, Tuttle was the car to beat on speed, and Visceral was the car to beat with strategy. And,
how about 9-4?
Well, they were about par with us today. They fired off faster than we did. They passed us early on and got out ahead. But I guess maybe they had their best driver in the beginning, and it worked out. We were a little bit quicker at the end. So, but yeah, I think they were on the same lap as us. So, just really hard fought and very fortunate that things kind of fell out the way they did, because it looks like we were shooing for runner-up until about 45 minutes to go. So, but yeah, it was a really, really great weekend.
Cool.
Yeah.
Good run, man.
Thanks, man.
And your name is
Yes.
Justin. RVA Graphics and Wrap. So, 2 times, man. Nobody has ever won national championships twice.
Yeah. How about them apples? What are you doing, Jack? I mean, Jack was saying that dynasty might be a strong word, but no, I didn't. I said that. But see if I said Jack said it. Does anyone else feel this is oddly close when you do this, or is it just me? Or is it just me? No, I mean, awesome. Got a hands up to Mr. Davis back there, our head statistician. He's the man. That's him. And everybody said, yay, fair. Yeah. No, absolutely great weekend, great facility, great place to be.
Right. Been great racing with you. You going to retire this year? This is your swan song?
No. I remember I was the guy that blew the other car up with 45 minutes in.
So you're just going to keep going and?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. All right, Justin.
All right, man. Thanks. Man.
Great racing with
Thanks.
you. Thanks. Brian from 9-4. Let's get the car in the background, because that's the prettiest car out here. Red, white, and blue.
That's right.
So, could you have caught him?
I don't think so. We did this thing 2 years ago, almost identical. I didn't see him with the RVA guys. So I think I'm going to stop buying vinyl from them. But in all seriousness, those guys are great guys. I've dealt with them a lot. We're kind of friends. So if anybody deserves to win, they deserve it. And maybe next year.
So how, if you knew what was going to happen towards the end there, would you have changed your tactics?
I probably would have. I probably would have changed the driver lineup a little bit. It may not have meant anything, but it would have felt like we had a different chance. So something small, but in the end, it's a long race. You never, playing Monday night quarterback is painful at times. Yeah. But yeah, we'll do a debrief afterwards to see if there's anything we could have done. But I don't think so. The guys drove flawlessly this weekend. I'm really proud of them. This is one of our arrive and drive cars. So we had guys, different drivers in it all year. So the guys who have got us here were not necessarily in the car today, but for everybody who's been in the car, thank you. For the crew that's helped all year, it's because of their preparation and maintenance that we're reliable and this fast. So thanks to all the crew guys and all the drivers.
Cool. Well, congratulations, Brian.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh, do you want to talk about the Supra?
Yeah, let's talk.
Hey, Brian.
Let's go
Let's go get the Supra in the background. What place did the Supra finish in, guys? Get us good side. It's the dented side. That's all right. So the Supra, fast car. You've actually won with this car here, right?
We won with a Lexus last year here, but the Supra we've won several races with. It is very fast. It doesn't look very good today. It took a beating today. We had no contact yesterday, and today I think it was pretty rough. So it's kind of embarrassing right now, but we'll get it fixed up and come back for the rest of the year. Hopefully we'll be ready for Daytona. We'll take the Lexus to NCM. We're going to run over there, so get everything fixed up and ready to go.
Cool. Congratulations, Brian.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
It's Brian from 9-4 Motorsports. Let's go to our D-Class winner. D-Class winners, where are you guys? This is a D-Class. Let me take you on a wide shot of this car. Here we go. It's going to take a while because this is one big car. So you brought howitzer to a minigun fight. So
yes, we did.
So what was that like out there?
You know, it was actually great. We were on our spare engine, our backup motor, so we were underpowered today. But the car ran, you know, start to finish without a glitch. So we were really happy with it. About 2 seconds slower than we were yesterday, though, so that was tough. It's hard being underpowered.
Did you guys count how many walls you hit?
You know, let's see. Today we didn't hit any. Well, that I know of. I don't know about the other guys. You know.
Sorry.
Yeah. Sometimes there's people who, they don't tell us a whole lot, but there's a couple of little dings in the car after this one. But yeah, it was a good day. You know. Thanks to Champ Car for doing this. It was great to be here for the championship, and we look forward to the rest of the season.
Hey, thanks for choosing to race with us. I know there's so many different places out there you guys could go race, and you guys stick with us and you have fun with it.
Yeah, you guys are the best. You know, really, Champ Car is. It's been really good, and there's some fast cars here. Yep. That's all there is to it. It's like, wow. So it's fun. Thank you.
Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, so the A-Class winner for CC and overall. So how'd you guys do that?
We had a better fuel strategy. I mean, ultimately what it came down to, the other team that we were chasing after, we were kind of going back and forth in terms of lap times, whittling it down a little bit. We started running out of gas. And they ran out of gas as well. We just didn't until after we got into impound. So that's really what it came down to. But great driving all around. Cut our times again today. Car's doing great. Like I said, yesterday, just the reliability factor is huge for us.
It looks like you guys stayed out of trouble because most of the cars here have a few dents in them, but yours looks still new.
Well, the only incident it's been in was last year at Sonoma in the wet. We went off in the carousel and hit the tire wall, and that guy's not with the team anymore. So, not for that reason.
The rain guy?
Yeah. Yeah.
So who are your drivers this weekend?
So Ryan Powell, Tyler Macy, Matt Cresci. I mentioned Matt yesterday. He's got the Eco Brap channel. Definitely check that out. Yeah, he did a really good job with the Velocitator and the Deceleratrix.
Yeah. So you were in the car last? Yeah. So you were hypermiling it?
Yeah, fifth gear, cruising around, going into Safeway, out the parking lot. It was good. And we weren't entirely sure if the UVU team was going to run out of gas, but it was our only shot. It was going to be close, and we just putted around, and sure enough, Phil jumps on the radio and starts screaming. He's like, they're out. And I come around, hear him popping and firing all the way up to turn 3, and just had some Safeway laps the rest of the day.
So what's that like, as a racer? You're just so, you're trying so hard to go as fast as you can to catch everybody in front of you, then all of a sudden you have to do the same thing but without using gas.
It's fun. It actually makes it more challenging, right? You have to maintain your min speeds in the corners, but you still have to get in a really high gear and just cruise on the straightaway. So it's very counterintuitive to lift and coast and then still use your full brake pressure and get your min speed. So it's fun and it's challenging, and I always enjoy something new.
You always hire drivers that use really big words?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course. That's part of the deal.
All right, guys. Congratulations and good luck.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, congratulations. Joe, we want to set something straight. Here, let's get you behind the car behind you. So, Paul likes to call you guys Basil Weenie, like your English. Is it Basil Weenie or Basil Weenie?
It's Basil.
Basil.
My dog would be very, very unhappy if you called him Basil, because that's his name.
All right. So
he's the team owner. Basil Weenie is the team owner.
Okay. So
that's
Basil.
my dachshund.
Okay.
So he's definitely a Basil.
So you guys did pretty good out there this weekend.
Better today than yesterday. We had some trouble early on yesterday. Somebody apparently had kicked the brake light switch loose, so we didn't have brake lights, so we had to come in for that. And then we had some other little problem. We had something loose in the suspension. It was making a noise that was very unnerving to the driver.
Right.
So we lost time on that. But we got all that taken care of last night, and the car was great today. It really was. We just didn't quite have it for, this is a very competitive field here for the championship. So.
Well, you guys did pretty good out there, considering you made it.
Yeah.
So who are your drivers this weekend?
Rick Hill, Danny Benzer, Trice Humpert, and Joe Gersh.
You don't drive, do you?
No, I don't.
You just do the build.
I just turn the wrench and keep the car in my garage.
There you go. All right, guys, congratulations.
Thanks, Bill.
Basil Weenie.
Thank you.
All right, 35. Where's the 35 guys? Get over here.
35.
You finished 35th today, so how does that feel to finish 35th in a field of 30?
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
No.
Number 35. Let's get
we're
the
number
Mustang.
35, yeah.
So the Mustang SVO. There you go, EC car.
Yeah.
You guys finished first in EC, so that was pretty tough. There's a couple of big cars here this weekend.
Yeah, well, mostly we just outlast them, but no, it's a really great weekend. I missed the whole race on Saturday, but we have a spectacular team, and they just put us in a good position. I was busy celebrating my 50th wedding anniversary, so it's a good stuff. Plus, Tire Rack. We were the lucky recipients of the $400 prize. Before we ever even got out of the pits, we were winners. So it was a great weekend. We're going to drive this car on to the trailer, which is, that's always a really good thing for anybody that races. So.
Well, what's cool is that it's not just a Mustang, but it's a Mustang SVO.
Yes. I bought this car, 10 years ago. I hid it for my wife. It was in a garage. And then somebody ratted me out, so I had to get the thing out of the garage, and then we started working on it. And all of these people that you see here, every one of them have worked on this car to make it better. I actually just buy stuff. I don't really get anything. I'm not the guy that makes it go fast, although I had a pretty good lap, I think 2:15 or something like that, which wasn't bad. And
well, somebody was in the car earlier today that was just putting down some snappy fast laps.
Well, I claim this guy because I actually made the one part on the car that I did make was this guy. So this is my son Zachary, and we've raced since he was 19. 14. Okay, well, I'm sorry. Yeah, we've raced a long time, and so it's a great joy if you're the dad and you get to hang out the racetrack with your son. Yep. It doesn't matter what happens as long as nobody gets hurt.
Yep.
So,
well, they look good out there.
Yeah, thank you very much. We were really happy, and thanks to Champ Car and Tire Rack, it was a great experience.
Cool. Good run, guys.
Congratulations.
The top 5 finishers all received special prizes from several sponsors, including Lifeline, Willwood, RVA Graphics and Wraps, and Racing Radios. The TireRack.com Champ Car Endurance Series would like to thank all of the participants who came out to join in the 2020 National Championship at Sonoma Raceway. To find out more information about Champ Car, visit the Champ Car website at ChampCar.org.